Shemai, it's been a little while since I've done anything ukulele lesson-wise, but I think this one might be really useful, especially for beginners. So I'm back teaching a lot more ukulele now. I'm going around schools introducing children to the ukulele, but it does mean that since September, so about the last sort of 4 or 5 months, I've probably taught hundreds, maybe pushing 1,000 beginner ukulele players. So what I'm going to do is go through what I find as the 5 most common mistakes people make when they're beginning the ukulele. So the first most common mistake I notice beginner ukulele players making is strumming too hard. Really digging in, I don't want to hurt my fingers, or doing that, or even worse, doing that kind of thing, okay? And often strumming over the sound hole. Now I recommend using your index finger and using the back of your nail. And where should you strum? I think the best sound is at the end of the fingerboard. Okay, so nice and lightly with a relaxed wrist. That makes a huge difference. If you've got a really stiff arm and you're just going, it's not going to sound nice. Now, whether you're strumming with your index finger, your thumb, a plectrum, I don't like plectrums. I spend half my life getting plectrums out of ukuleles after they've fallen in there. I'm an expert now, all right? And I'm not that fussed on the sound a plectrum makes, especially those plastic ones. But I do get there are circumstances and times you need a plectrum. I've done it myself when I've injured or hurt a finger or thumb, and I know some people really need to use a plectrum. But whether you use an index finger, your thumb, or a plectrum, make it really nice and light. So don't strum too hard. First finger or thumb preferably at the bottom of the fingerboard. So left hand this time, playing on your fingertips. Can you see, hopefully? All right, you can see the little lines. They're on my fingertips. They're not on the flat, fleshy bit of my finger. If your fingers are too flat when you're playing, you will end up hitting probably more than one string and not being able to press the string down firmly enough to make it sound nice. And you will end up not nice at all. Even if you're just pressing one string, if you're flat, you could end up touching another string and it doesn't sound nice. Or if you're not pressing hard enough, you end up with, okay? So you really do need to be right on your fingertips, pressing firmly. And I know as beginners, you've probably got very soft fingers. What will happen is the more you play, you'll end up with nice hard little bits of skin at the top of your fingertips and it won't hurt. But that takes a bit of practice to build those up. Top tip, we're on fingertips. Place the tip of your finger closer to the fret that you're trying to play. In other words, if I'm trying to play a C chord, I have got my third finger on my third fret. 1, 2, 3. I want that finger to be nice and close to that fret, not the other end up towards the headstock. So you're aiming to put your fingers as close to the fret as possible, heading down towards the sound hole. You'll get a much cleaner sound. And while we're on our left hand, what should your thumb be doing? Well, first of all, it should be relaxed. Okay, you don't want to be gripping the ukulele too much with your thumb. That's what your fingers should be doing, all right? Ideally, you don't want it sticking right the way around the neck because that actually makes it quite difficult to move your fingers to the chords. So I would normally say to somebody who's a beginner, pretend you're holding an apple or an orange with your left hand, okay? And then you're just sort of slotting that shape around your ukulele. So when you then go to play a chord, okay, you can actually move your fingers, but it means your thumb is nice and relaxed. Not great for there, not great for there, relaxed in the middle. And remember, if your thumb is relaxed, it is much easier to get onto your fingertips. Mistake number 3 I see all the time is how you hold your uke and your posture. Now, I recommend using a strap if at all possible, because it means, first of all, I'm not having to worry about holding the ukulele up physically, but it means I can play the ukulele with the same posture, sitting down and standing up. Now, if you're a beginner and you haven't got a strap on your ukulele, I have done several videos. I've done a video just on ukulele straps, and I've done a video on how to fit strap buttons to your ukulele as well if they don't have them, okay? Now, yes, there are loads of great, wonderful ukulele players who don't use a strap and they hold their ukulele under their arm, which is absolutely fine. But generally for beginners, I do find that if you've got a strap, you're not worrying about actually holding the ukulele with your left hand and where your right arm is supposed to be going to strum, because you're not worrying about holding it up with your right arm as well. So how do you hold your ukulele? Well, first of all, it should be facing away from your body. You'd be surprised because I often see beginners holding it upwards so they can see their fingers. And this is really bad because it really messes up the way you should be pressing your fingers down with your left hand. So keeping it facing away from your body, ideally at about a 45-degree angle so you can keep your left hand nice and relaxed. What should your right hand be doing? Well, obviously you're strumming, but you don't want your arm to be resting against the saddle and the bridge, these bits, or the strings, because it won't sound very good. Okay, so nice and relaxed with both hands. And that's an ideal way of holding it because the strap is doing all the work. And if you are sitting down to play, don't sit all slouched like this. Okay, sit upright, preferably front of the seat and your back nice and straight. Not counting properly. I think this is one of the most important things for beginner ukulele players, is to learn how to count. So in fact, when I'm starting beginners, the very first thing I do is we go through counting and strumming. I don't even worry about naming notes or putting fingers down. We literally just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and I get them to count out loud whilst they're strumming, and I do that even before I look at any of the beginner ukulele play-along videos on ukuleleans. So learning to count is the most essential bit of music knowledge to start. Yes, over time, learning other bits of music theory is going to help you play the ukulele. Learning things like chords, structures, time signatures, key signatures, fingerboard patterns, major, minor, dynamics, compound time, simple time, scales, pentatonic scales, crotchets, quavers, minims, semibriefs, any semiquavers. It goes on. But those are not the most important things. When you start playing the ukulele, I promise you counting is the best thing to start with. But really, counting is essential when you're starting to play the ukulele. And the last big common mistake I see is people not playing their ukuleles enough. Play your ukulele as much as possible, wherever, whenever, whoever with, or even whilst you're alone, but play your ukulele. It's way more fun playing a ukulele in a group, making music with other people, and many ukulele groups actually put on beginner ukulele lessons as well. All right, so check locally to see if there are other ukulele players you can join in with. If you're alone, at home, wherever, there are plenty of different ways to play your ukulele, all right? You can go the old-fashioned way and just get a book and start to learn it that way. We've got the internet these days. There are so many brilliant resources for the ukulele on the internet. You've got teachers online, some of whom you pay for their lessons or maybe subscribe to one of their courses or join their Patreon sites. There are loads of free resources online for your ukuleles and how to learn as well. The play-along videos, Ukulelians, okay, all free for people to use, and I literally use those to teach beginners, and I have taught thousands and thousands of people around the world how to play the ukulele using ukulele play-along videos. There's loads of free online teaching sites, people like the Ukulele Teacher, Cynthia Lynn, Matt Stead, Phil Dolman, Bernadette Teaches Music. All right, so yeah, even if you're alone, you can still learn how to play the ukulele and have fun. I'll pop a load of those resources that I've just mentioned in the description below, but play your ukuleles. So those are the most common mistakes that I see beginner ukulele players making all the time, but I'm going to give you one more bonus here, and I think you're going to like it. UAS, or ukulele acquisition syndrome, is okay. If getting a new ukulele is going to encourage you and help you to play more, well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And of course, if an upgrade is needed, maybe a different size or a better quality or different strings or different wood grain or different fingerboard style or how pretty it is, or the shape or the brand or the colour or the wow factor or the prettiness or the coolness or the need for it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a few different ukuleles if it's going to encourage you to play them. But it's okay to only have one as long as you play it. Right, I do hope you've enjoyed this video and hopefully it has helped, especially if you're a beginner, but sometimes it's good just to be reminded of a few little things as well. I do have a Patreon site if you'd like to support me here on the channel, and I'll pop a link in the description below for that. As always though, if you've got any comments or questions, please feel free, leave them below. Give us a like if you've enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.